Good afternoon, student. In my previous video, I have explained about the element of cost, and today I am going to explain about how to control material, that is material control method. Let's start.
Cost Accounting, Chapter 3, Material Cost Accounting. Material Cost Control. With the help of these 3 points, we can understand the meaning of material cost control. First is, more than 50% of the total cost of the product or the job is generally cost of the material alone. Therefore, a control of the cost of the material is quite essential to meet the objective of cost control. Material cost control envisages a proper organization for the efficient purchasing and storing of the materials and for making them issued to the departments or the cost centers in the appropriate quantities at the proper time and valued at the right places. For example, we can take one example of this particular point, that we are purchasing 1 unit of product and 1 unit product cost is 500 rupees. So here we can say easily 250 rupees material is completely material cost, and the rest of the amount we can divide into two expenses, that is wages and direct expenses. The material cost aimed at keeping the material cost within responsible limits and reasonable limits, budgets or standards. As we all know, we have to purchase the materials with the limits, budgets and standards. This control is exercised beginning from the point the order are prepared for being placed with the suppliers and ending at the point the materials are effectively utilized in production or disposed of otherwise. The study of this subject can be divided into following heads. Purchase of material and storing. It is completely based on the purchase cycle, which we will understand later. Material inventory control and pricing of material. There are many methods of pricing of the materials and issue of the materials. The first we have to study and we have to understand about the purchase cycle, and that is initiating the purchase. The storekeeper to make up his stocks, the production planner to acquire materials for research and development or to manufacture a new product, the department head to acquire such materials which do not form part of the store's list, that is such material as are not usually kept in the storeroom. This is the part of initiating the purchase. Second point is purchase requisition. The requisition means is a request made to the purchase department to purchase the materials and listed in its form. It is prepared by the officers who initiate the purchase, and of these the storekeeper is the main functionary. He lists all the such articles in this form whose stocks balances have come down to the ordering points, or the articles which would be demanded by the production department shortly. Where there are different stores for different departments, each storekeeper prepares with this form for his respective department and submits the same to the purchase department after getting it approved by the foreman or executive authorized for the purpose. Hope you can understand purchase requisition easily. Now the third point is deciding the important factors which is related to purchase. What to purchase, when to purchase and how to purchase. These questions are really very important for regarding the purchase, and what quality of material we have to purchase, and where is the market where we have to purchase, when to purchase, and what is the exact time and the perfect time for purchasing the material for the manufacturing. And the fourth point is selection of suppliers. That is also very important cycle of purchasing. After receiving the purchase requisitions, the next step is to select the supplier to whom the orders may be sent for the supply. This is done by inviting tenders or quotations from different suppliers A list of firms of suppliers should be got approved each year by the purchase department, and the top level management should do it after review of the record of each firm's reliability. That is really very important point for purchase cycle, where we have to always be very aware. And the fifth point is purchase order and follow up. The purchase order is also very important. After completing all these 4 steps, we have to jump into fifth point, that is purchase order. Now we know that having accepted the tenders, the orders are placed by the purchase department with the firms selected for the purchase of requisitions materials. Tender is an offer, but the purchase order is a contractual agreement with the suppliers. Purchase order is also known as supply orders. The purchase order should be prepared on the printed form and should contain all the necessary details such as quantity, quality and specification of the goods, rates, approves, delivery, mode of transport, terms, payments, everything we have to decide with the purchasing time and purchasing of the goods. Now we have to understand the pricing of material issues. Pricing of material issued based on few methods, that is really very important to understand of material control method. The first method is cost price method. Cost price method is a very essential method for calculating issuing material in different prices. First is first in first out. We can say that is FIFO method. FIFO method is very popular method among all the manufacturers or wholesalers or retailers. And now we have to understand what is the meaning of first in first out. Under this method, the material first received in the stores are the first to be issued. That is, the order in which the materials are received in the stores are issued at the cost price in the same order. That is, the FIFO method follows the principle that materials received first are issued first after the first lot or batch of material purchase is executed. The next lot is taken for supply. The inventory is period at the latest cost. That is called first in first out. There are so many advantages of first in first out method. That is very simple, logical. Valuation of stock is very easy. Useful in case of falling prices. Issue of prices is also very easy. But somewhere we can see the disadvantages of the method is also there, which we can understand later on. The second price method is last in first out, and the short form of the last in first out is LIFO method. And the opposite form of the first in first out, that is called last in first out method. In this method, the material purchased in the last are issued but first on the cost price. For pricing materials issued, the price of the last purchase is used unless it is fully exhausted. When the last lot received is exhausted, the material purchased just before it is issued. In the meantime, if a new lot is received in the store, then the immediate issue of material will be made from the recent lot received at the cost at which it is received. So that we have to understand. For example, the last item will come in the market it will be issued in the market. The last in first out. Advantages of this particular method is also good. This is also very easy method. Calculation is also very easy in this particular method. Issue price near to market price. The purchase price is also very good, suitable. This is also very suitable for understanding the market price. The third point is highest in first out. It is very easy to understand the meaning of the highest in first out method is this method is completely based on the principle that highly priced material should be consumed at the earliest. It means for example, the highest priced material should be consumed by the wholesaler, should be consumed by the consumers, and should be sold by the wholesaler, retailers and manufacturer. So thus in the HIFO method, the production absorbs the high cost of materials and closing stock is valued at lower rates. This method is mainly used in case of cost plus contracts or contracts or monopoly products, as it is helpful in increasing the price of the contract or products. The fourth one is base stock method. Base stock method is usually used by the retailer or maybe the wholesaler also. And under this method, a certain minimum stock of material at a specific rate is always maintained, and movement of stock takes place above this minimum base stock. The stock over this base stock can be valued by adopting any method. It can be FIFO, LIFO, HIFO. Method is not an independent method. The base stock is always maintained in use in case of specific need. For example, the manufacturer have to keep some units as a base stock, so he can keep it in the store. It can be 20 units or 25 units and more than 25 units. Then specific price method. This method is applied when material are purchased separately or specific jobs, contracts or work, and later on the material is issued for the same specific jobs. Thus, under this method, material is issued and its actual costs. The actual cost covers invoice like freight, handling charges, cost of inspection, etc. The B is average cost price method. Under average cost price, what is the meaning of average cost price method? The material is issued at the average cost price irrespective of the date and price of purchases is called average price method. Under is a average price method, we can understand two methods, that is simple average method. Second one is weighted average method. And what is the meaning of simple average method? It is very easy. The average price is calculated by adding the price at which materials on different dates were purchased during the period and dividing the total of these prices by the number of prices taken into consideration for calculating the average price. In other words, simple average price is calculated by dividing the total of prices of material in the stock from which material are issued by the number of prices entering in the calculation. That is really very simple method, but sometimes it is important also, but very few people are using this particular method. So next is weighted average method. Now we have to understand what is weighted average method. The weighted average price is calculated by dividing the total cost of available material on the date of issue. We will divide total cost divided by the price of material is issued. This method is pricing is suitable for those materials the price of which fluctuate more. It means we can use this particular weighted average method for the product which prices fluctuates more. Advantage of this particular material method is also this is a scientific method, simple calculation, mixed form of a price, and no doubt there are some disadvantages also. Hope you have understood the material cost control method.